for coming. Today is the 16th of September, 2024. We don't actually have a public hearing, is that correct?
That's correct.
But we do have an informational hearing. And typically I read this into the statement. I've been reminded by my new assistant here, which says the following, and this is strictly informational. The planning board shall have the right to rely on any information as presented by the applicant. If any such information is later found to be inaccurate or incorrect, the planning board may determine that any approvals, building permits, or other actions previously granted in connection with the application are null and void. This is an informational hearing, so you don't have to meet that standard, but we expect you to. That said, why don't we just start to call the attendance, please.
Patrick Halpin.
Present.
Frank Santos. Present. Julianne Nolan. Jerry O'Neill. Dan Chukon.
Present.
Juan Leon.
Present.
James Vaccaro.
Present.
Greg Gaxiola. Matt Esposito. Rich Casey.
First meeting?
Oh, we don't
We don't have to do the pledge. That's only for a public hearing.
All right. Okay, so the first meeting informational hearing, site plan review. Job number 24-21A, MCN Distributors, Inc. Purpose to construct a 6,404 square foot, one-story rear addition to an existing industrial building, along with associated site plans.
Okay, who's here on behalf of the applicant?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Raymond Caliendo, Artiform Architectural Services, PLLC, with offices at 159 Broadway, Amityville, New York. With me is our project manager, Michael Volano, and also Chris Labate from Lab Crew with respect to answering any site engineering questions.
The Commissioner Denise Graziano has released a memo regarding this application on the 12th of September. Are there any issues, conditions, covenants, or restrictions, or anything that you would like to bring to our attention regarding this that are outlined in this memo? Have you had the chance to review it?
We've given it a cursory review, but we're not. It's given the fact that it is fairly extensive. There's quite a bit in here, so I would like to have a chance to
Sure.
go over this with our client.
That's
at some
fine.
point.
And any issues, any conditions, please bring them to the attention of the planning department.
Of course.
Please proceed.
Okay, the existing building is 25,106 square feet in size. We're proposing a one-story addition in the rear of the building, 6,504 square feet in size. There are no variances necessary. The parking, we do meet the parking requirement. It's a very, we're matching heights. It's a very simple application because the existing building needs to expand. And it's very simple. That's really the whole application.
Why do you need to expand this building?
The tenant is making that requirement because they've,
Okay, good, come on.
I'll just tell me and I'll
Just tell him, he's already.
Yeah, just tell me and I'll tell them.
tenant is expanding their business.
Oh,
facility.
okay,
Okay, that's all it is. It's a tenant expansion.
okay. And you said you're not seeking any variances for parking, or are you seeking any other variances, setbacks, anything?
None.
Tell me what we're looking at. I know what we're looking at. So this is 2,500 square feet you're adding to the proposed story addition. Okay,
6,500.
Okay, 6,500, okay. All right, any of the board members have any questions? Julianne?
Can you just tell me, in case I missed it, what is the tenant's business that is in there?
They are air conditioning units.
Yeah, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, the south side of the addition is where you've located the handicap parking.
Right.
But the two entrances I see into the building from the rear are steps. There's no ramp for handicap?
Let me just see.
He's talking about these two. There's an entrance right here.
This is the closest
Yeah, we
entrance,
do-
and you have an interior ramp.
Right, we do have an entry at the corner. Yeah, right where you see that arrow. And there is an internal ramp. So handicapped accessibility has been provided.
So at
So there's
the
a
level of the parking lot, there's an
park
entrance?
level, as you can see where the cursor is.
Hey, hold
Right, so
on,
that-
sir, could you state your name for
I'm
the
sorry.
record?
Chris LeBate from Lab Crew Engineering. Okay, as you can see on the monitor, that's the closest door that we have there, so obviously handicap has to be the closest. It does come down as you go into the proposed expansion or addition of the building. There's an internal ramp that goes up to the main floor. Those steps do exist, that you're looking at there, but that will not be the handicap access into the building.
Can I see the interior again, please?
If you look to the upper right corner, that's the ramp, as you can see.
There it is. Okay. So what's labeled as a new store, oh, I'm sorry. Hello. What's labeled as the new storefront doors, those are at grade level with the
Yes.
parking lot?
Yes, sir.
And what happens on the interior of the building?
Well, that's the wholesale, what they are is it's a wholesale HVAC company, and that's going to be the office retail area that they come in to sell wholesale. As you can see, the top part is more storage, and then as you go through there to the upper right, as you can see, that's all grade level. You can go up that ramp into the existing building.
To the old part of
Yes,
the building?
to the existing building. Mhm.
Okay, very good. I didn't see that.
Not a problem. Sure.
No? No? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Any other questions?
Nope.
No?
Is there anything else we should be asking?
No, it's an industrial use in the middle of an
Yeah,
industrial park.
Yeah,
which is
by the way, why don't you just take a minute or two just to recap exactly what the industrial use, storage, and all of that? I know you touched on it, but go ahead, finish your point.
You want me to touch on the storage? Is that what you just said?
No, you have office space, and you also have some areas where the public will come in.
Yes.
Or you'll be distributing to,
So the addition's approximately 6,500. If, as you can see on your monitors, the front section where the handicap access doors we were just discussing is going to be an open area, but it's wholesale, not really retail, not open to the public. Behind that will be more storage and industrial space in that area with the ramp, as we discussed, going up into the existing building. There's no outside storage whatsoever on the site. It requires no variance whatsoever. We're meeting all the landscaping, parking, everything on the site. The business has been there for quite a few years, from what I understand, and it's received no violations or any phone calls or anything from the town in its past. It's an industrial use right in the middle of an industrial park. This is exactly where it should be, but they're doing very well with their business, and they're looking to expand.
any other questions? No. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I need a motion to close this informational hearing. Motion by Frank, second by, excuse me? Yours is limited to only one thing. And all in favor? Approved. Get one thing, those are extensions. Yeah, okay, what are the rules for an informational hearing? We're closing the hearing. And- Okay, so, all right, thank you very much. So we need a motion to close the hearing. Motion by Julianne. Did I say over here? Second by Frank, third by Dan. All in favor? The informational hearing is closed. I need a motion to reserve the decision based on additional information. Second by Jerry. I'm sorry, Jimmy. All in favor? Approved. Okay, so Jerry. That concludes our hearing. We will go into